Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're not out fishing in today's video, we're at home. I'm going to open up a few new lures that I'm after getting a bit of a lure unboxing. I'm going to talk you through why I picked them up, what I'd use them for, what situations, and just show you what they look like in person. Obviously they all come in packets, you're ordering your lures over a website, but it's nice to see them in a video and see what they're like. So basically I had to pick up a few new lures because my lures are absolutely destroyed. I'm filming this in October and a lot of these lures have been used for the last year or two. There is one of my line shoe trout. This is a 20 centimeter moderate sink. This guy is destroyed. I've had safely over 100 pike on it this year. The tail has been fixed a good few times. I soldered the tails back together with the soldering iron. But this lad is, I'm still going to try to fix him and use him again, because it'd be a shame not to, but he's caught a fair few fish. Likewise with these rattle trout, they're soft plastic, so you know they're being made, they're going to get torn up basically is what I'm trying to say. The tails are missing on them, the pike have taken them. It's just one of them things that happen. I've actually taken the hooks off this guy and I've put them onto another lure, so I've recycled them, we've made some use out of them, and this guy still has the hook in it, so I'm just going to take that off and use it to make a stinger for another lure. So reuse, recycle as much as possible because you may as well. So let's get into it. So the first lure we're going to open up in the video is the 20 centimeter Savage Gear moderate sink line shoe trout in lemon colour. And anyone that watches the channel knows that I love the lemon colour for fishing for pike. I use the shads in the larger line shoe trout. That's what they come like in the packet. This is the 4D version. I use the brown trout non-stop out in the lake, so I said I'd order the smaller size of the lemon and give it a go. You know, I haven't used sorry, it comes with a nice sticker. You can stick that onto your lure box, a Savage Gear sticker. I haven't used the lemon smaller, the 20 centimeter size on the lake yet. I used the 20 centimeter brown trout, so I'm excited to use this out in the lake. Just open them up there. And there is a scent on these. You can smell it. I can't even describe it. I don't know what the scent is, but that's what they're like. There's a comparison for my hand. And they're 98 grams and they're moderate sink. So they'll sink at a pretty steady pace. They can be good for casting in shallow water up to 20 foot, or you can troll them behind the boat, troll them over weeds, stuff like that. I had really good success trolling them in up to 15 foot of water, or also just casting them, and they're really good with a straight retrieve, or you can cast them, retrieve it, jerk the rod, and it gives the trout it swims really good in the water. You can see it like that, and if you jerk the rod it will just make it dive to the side, and that's often when you get the pike to hit it. The pike, obviously the big lads, they take it from the head, they take the whole lot. So you've one treble hook on that, don't worry about it. You only need one treble hook really when you're fishing for pike, because when they want it, the whole thing, they have huge mouths. So it's actually the perfect size. It's the snack size, 20 centimeter size. And it comes with a line shoe rig. Obviously, when you catch a fish, it releases, and the lure slides up the line, and then you're stuck just fighting the fish. So the fish can't use the lure to shake the lure out of his mouth, basically, because you're just in direct contact with the fish. So I'm actually really excited to use the lemon colour, and this is the one I've been using for the year, the brown trout colour. So that's them in comparison. They're both moderate sink. The difference between the moderate sink and the slow sink line shoe trout is the line goes through the top of the head here, which allows the lure to sink through the water. You're pulling like that when you're pulling them back. And the slow sink lures have the hole in the very nip of the nose. You'll see that in a second. And they just come along the top layer of the water. Maybe they'll go a foot down, whereas these will go down to 5 or 6 foot quite easily. So that is the first lure I picked up, the 20 centimeter moderate sink line shoe trout. Really good lure. I'm excited to use it. So that's that. We'll go on to the next one. Right, so the next lure we're going to be using is the 93 grams, the 20 centimeter slow sink albino line shoe trout from Savage Gear. This is the slow sink version. The one I just showed you was the moderate sink. So this guy would be a really slow sink in action when you cast him out. Now these work really well when you're fishing them above weeds. That's where they come into their own. I get out of the packet there now. Got another sticker for your lure box. And I'll get him out of the packet and I'll show you what he's like. So that's him there. It's a really nice colour, it looks like a goldfish. That's the golden albino colour. Hope you can see it there, there's a bit of a glare off the window. So the difference between this and the mother sink is the line shoe system goes through the nose from there. So that gives them a higher swimming action up in the higher up in the surface to the water. So you're casting him out and most of the time he's going to come within 1 to 2 feet of the surface. Simply because of the way he swims in the water. Same thing, one treble hook. I used this in the brown trout colour last year, it was really good. So I'm excited to use it. It's more of a brighter colour. If you're fishing a dirty coloured lake, it'll stand out more. The pike will see it. You'll see that a mile away in any lake, just simply the colour of it. I'm actually really excited to use this colour as well. The lemon and the golden albino, they look really good in the water as well. So one treble hook, the same thing. The bigger pike, just take it from the head anyway. Like, that looks big in my hand, but when you're fishing for pike, they have huge mouths, even the small lads. So they'll easily take that whole lure, not just the hook like. So I definitely recommend these line chew trout. They're unreal. I use the larger ones, the 30 centimeter ones, when I'm trolling for the big pike out in the deep water. But these smaller guys pick up any pike that you want when you're fishing in shallow, 10 foot or less, 15 foot, above weeds, above rocks, even around harbours, around jetties, stuff like that. They will always pick up pike. You'll even get big trout on the natural colour versions of these. The ferox trout will take them. They look so good in the water. Yeah, so that is the slow sink 93 gram Savage Gear line chew trout in golden albino. So yeah, we'll go on to the next lure now, but that's in there. Okay, so I may as well show you this guy as well. This is the same as the first lure that I showed you, except this one is slow sink. I'll take him out of the packet there quickly, because I'm after showing you two of the same lure. It's the same as the first lad, but the nose, that's where the line goes in, which makes him slow sink. Same size, 20 centimeter size. I use that for my casting over weeds and shallow mostly. And the same as the first two lads, except this guy is lemon and he's slow sink. So that's him there. Size comparison, really cool lure. Yeah, I won't spend too much time talking on this guy because I already spoke about him in the last two lures. So yeah, we'll go on to the next one. So one of the lures of the year for me, for my casting for big pike out in the lake in deep water, is the 20.5 centimeter rattle trout. I absolutely love these lures. I have so many of them, but a lot of them are missing the tails simply because they get so many fish. And a lot of the pike, even the smaller pike, they come up behind it and they snatch at it and they bite the tails off. A way of getting around that is you can add a stinger from there to there. I've learned that lesson the hard way. You should always add a stinger to these lures because the tail just gets nipped non-stop by the pike. So I'll get him out of the packet and show you what he's like in new condition with the tail. Now, 1 second. Another sticker for the lure box. So that's him there, lads. That is a 20 centimeter lure, well 20.5 centimeter lure. It's 103 grams, I think. Oh, it's 120 grams. So it's a fair lump of a lure. That's the size comparison there. You can cast this a mile with your casting rod. It has one hook on the top and it has a treble on the bottom on a release stinger. But like I said, if you want to keep the tails, add a split ring there, pull a stinger from there to there and add a little hook, and you'll obviously catch them extra pike and you'll keep your tails. But these are really, really good for casting in deep water. Over bait fish, I find these are just brilliant. They have a rattle in the tail. I don't know if you can hear that, probably not. Looks a bit silly what I'm doing, but there's a strong rattle in the tail. I think it makes a difference. I put rattles into a lot of my lures, especially when I'm fishing in deep water, 40-50 foot. Any bit of an extra attraction that you can use to pull the pike over to the lure in that deep dark water, it makes a big difference. So that is one of the most productive lures for me. I also troll these as well. So one thing that I'll do is I'll find bait fish on the fish finder. I'll truck out 2 of these behind the boat, 2 rods, and just circle the bait fish with these out behind you, and you're nearly guaranteed for the rods to go. It works for me anyway. So that is the 20.5 centimeter rattle trout from Savage Gear. Rattle shad. I think it's a rattle shad. What's the name of it? Sinking trout. I don't know. That's what it is anyway. Yeah, we're going to the next lure now. We won't spend too much time on it. Now I had to try the golden albino version of that lure. I haven't used it, to be honest. I've used the brown trout colour and I've used the lemon in the shad, the 20.5 centimeter shad. So that's it there. It's a really bright colour lure, and obviously extra attraction to brighter colour in these dark Irish lakes, or any lake that you're fishing. Has a rattle in the tail as well. Same size as the last lure I showed you. Same weight, 120 grams. Really nice profile. Just basically the exact same lure as I just showed you, just in a different colour. But it's a nice colour. I showed you there. Size comparison. And yeah, that's him basically. There's nothing else to say, nothing different from the lure I just showed you. Just wanted to try it in the orange colour, so I'll be trying him soon. So we'll go on to the next lure. Now this lure is one of the more special lures to me. I'm actually not even going to open this lure. Might sound a bit silly, but I actually collect these older line through trout. These are the 3D lures from Savage Gear. They don't sell them anymore here in Ireland. As far as I know, they stopped selling them in Ireland altogether. I think you can find them in some of the European countries, even over in America. But this is the 20 centimeter moderate sink 3D line through trout. It's really cool looking lure. I collect them. I have the rainbow trout, the brown trout, the fire tiger one. But they're so cool. I think they have a nice bit of artwork. Just a simple orange with the dots, if you can see it there. I'm probably not even going to open that lure just because it looks so nice. It's just one of them things. I know it's a bit weird. Everyone's going to think like, just open it and use it. But no, I like them. They're very hard to find. I'll add it to the collection and put them away somewhere safe. And just look at them. So we have 1 or 2 more lures to show you. And yeah, we'll go on to it next. Okay, so the next lure I'm going to be showing you is the Spro Bbz. I think they go by the Spro Swimbait now. So that is the Spro Bbz in the 6-inch rainbow trout colour, the slow sink size. This is a jointed swim bait. It's got rattles inside it, so it's really, really attracting underwater. The rainbow trout colour. Now I've used these a lot when I've been out fishing with Paul out in the lake. These are unbelievable fished above weeds, pike weed out in 10 to 15 foot of water. You can troll them, you can use these for nearly anything. Trout will even take these. You should see them in the water. It's like this. I don't know what I'm even going to try to show you there. That was terrible. But they have 2 hooks in them. Strong hooks, really strong hooks. The tail is kind of rubberish. This is the slow sink version, like I said, so it's going to stay high up in the water. It might only go down to a foot or 2, depending how quick you reel it. If you troll it, it's going to stay high up in the water. But the pike will come straight up for it. They will explode out of the weeds once they see this. I've had it happen. They'll even come up and miss it and dive back down and take it again. They're really cool. They're a really nice swim bait. The Spro Bbz. And I have another one I'm going to show it to you next. This one is the bigger size. So that's what they come in the box. This lad's not opened yet. This is the Spro Bbz swim bait. In the 8-inch size, in a slow sink version as well, because they fish really well above weeds. Anyone that does pike fishing knows that. Find the weeds, you find the pike 9 times out of 10, and if they're feeding, it won't take long to get your bites. So I'm just unboxing this lad here now as I'm talking to you lads. This is the 8-inch version of that Spro Bbz. It looks really good on the camera there. It actually is a really nice looking lure. It's got a lot of rattles in it. Can you hear that there? It's really well built. It's a jointed swim bait again. So when you're swimming it in, it's just going to have that kind of realistic swimming action. The tail is rubber. It just looks like a real fish in the water. That's going to stay high in the water because it's slow sink. They do a fast sink version as well. And they do a floating version. So this guy is going to go down to about a foot, 2 foot max, and you're just going to give him a steady retrieve back in above the weeds, and that's when you're going to get your hits. So that is the 8-inch version of the Spro Bbz. And yeah, I have 1 or 2 more things I'm going to show you first before we end the video. Okay, I have 3 more lures to show you before we're going to end the video and wrap it up. These are handmade lures that I met. I met Mel from Mel Handmade lures at the Predator Battle Ireland there a few weeks ago, and I got chatting to him, and he was really sound. He gave me a few new lures. I couldn't be more impressed by these lads. These are handmade shads made by Mel. You'll find them all on his website, Mel Handmade lures. Really sound lad. He knows his stuff. This is one of his signature lures. This is the baby shad. Would you believe this is 32 centimeter size? And they actually do a bigger size than this, the mama shad. But I like these orangey yellow colours when I'm fishing for pike. So this one suits me down to a T. The quality of these lures, lads, is unbelievable. I have one of his fast shads sinker weights on the lead of it. That's a 20 gram weight. Because I troll these large lures, you can cast them as well. But they work really well on a troll. Really nice swimming action, the wobble. They're such a cool lure. Just look at the size of it. Like I'd troll them all day long, happy as Larry. I've fished with them 2 sessions so far, and I've caught on every one of these. This is the smaller size, so he does the 23 centimeter size. I think this is the 32 centimeter size, and then he's the mama shad, which is bigger than both of them. So these are the 2 smaller shads. That is more of a spotted bullhead colour. I have a lead on the front of him because I was actually trolling him. You can cast them above weeds as well. They're a lovely action in the water, and really strong rubber as well. So they're not going to get torn to shreds after 1 or 2 fish. They'll handle a good few fish. The quality of the hooks and the metal, the swivels, everything about them is just quality, lads. I couldn't rate them higher, and I keep things as honest as possible on the channel. These are really good lures. Just the quality alone. Now Mel does jerk baits as well. He gave me a jerk bait as well, one of his piranha jerk baits. It's in a different box. I think it's out in the car, so I'll show you that in a different video. I'll actually show you catching a fish on it, and I'll show you these in action in one of the upcoming videos as well. But I'm really excited to using these more in the next year to come. That is a beast of a lure. I love the colour of it as well. So if you're interested in them lures, lads, get on to Mel Handmade lures. Just Google it. His lures will pop up. He has a full website. He does decals, he does clips, fast edge clips, swivels, split rings, anything you want to do with fishing. He's a really nice lad, so go check out his website. So that is it for today's video, guys. I just said I wanted to do a video. We're into October here now, so the evening sessions are gone. So I'm really limited to fishing at the weekends, and I'm doing a small bit of guiding as well, so it's kind of hard to do the videos at the minute. So every chance I get to do a video and keep the content coming, I'll do it. If that means doing lure unboxings and stuff like this, so be it. So it's going to be 1 video a week. On Sundays, I'm going to put them up until spring, just because the fishing is going to slow down. We don't have the time in the day. I finish work at 4 and it's dark at 6. So we're going to do our best to keep the channel going, and then we'll get back to normal in spring when the trout season starts again, and we can go hammer the pike again. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. Drop a comment if you did. I go through all the comments. I'll do my best to reply to everyone. It helps the video to give it a boost if you drop a comment and leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I really appreciate it. Everyone is more than welcome. The channel's growing really fast. Everyone's more than welcome to take part in the comments and stuff like that. And share the channel, share the video with all your friends, anyone that's into fishing. And thank you so much for the support so far on the channel, lads. It is unreal. I appreciate it all, and I'll catch you out here next time.